if you type real estate agent into Google, it's like the number one question that people ask is, how does a real estate agent get paid? And I think it's a barrier for a lot of people too. We are used to this model that we have with accountants and with lawyers where maybe you have this, this retainer, this big fee. It costs money every time they answer the phone, or it costs money every time you send an email, or that kind of model. And real estate agents just really don't, they work under a completely different model. So we thought we'd answer the question, how do real estate agents get paid? So real estate agents are paid almost exclusively on commission. All I can speak for is the market that we live in. So I'm licensed in Kentucky and in Indiana. I work primarily in the Louisville and Southern Indiana area. Obviously, there are different models all over the place. There are different models with different brokerages. But this is what's pretty mainstream in this part of the country. So real estate agents are paid a commission. It can either be a percentage or it can be a dollar amount, and it's paid in the closing of a real estate transaction. So sometimes you hear things like a buyer's agent says, I will work for you for free or whatever. It's all tied to the listing and the listing closing. So here's what happens. A homeowner says to their agent, hey, we want to list our house. And they agree to a commission paid to that listing agent. So if I want to hire Suzanne to list my house, and I'm going to say, Suzanne, I'm going to pay you this many dollars or this percentage of the sales price to list my home. That listing agent, Suzanne, then turns around, puts the property on the market, and advertises a cooperating commission that will be paid to any agent who brings a buyer with a contract. So that can also be a flat dollar amount or a percentage of the sales price. None of these numbers are set in stone. There's no normal. There's no, this is what that it looks like. It changes with every single transaction, and it is entirely defined by the contract between the seller and their agent. So the seller decides what they're paying their agent, and the agent decides what is being offered to the agent who brings the buyer to the table. So that number can be different every single time. It's not necessarily something that you as a consumer can find on Zillow or on all of these different real estate websites. I don't know how public that information is, but it is something that is advertised in the local MLS under what is considered a cooperating agent's commission. So the cooperating agent will receive X for bringing a buyer with an accepted contract. And so that's how real estate agents get paid. No one works for free, I assure you. Anybody who says they do, that's just not necessarily the case. But that is how a buyer ends up getting their agent to work without the buyer having to pay for it, right? So that can be true. It's not that they're working for free. It's that the buyer doesn't necessarily have to pay their real estate agent. The real estate agent's commission is tied to an agreement with the listing agent, which is then tied back to an agreement with the seller. So I hope that's clarifying. I hope that helps you understand how that process works. Real estate agents don't work for free. We are paid a commission for the sale of the home, and that commission is structured through an arrangement from the seller to the listing agent and from the listing agent to the buyer's agent. So that's how that typically works. It's different for every single transaction. It's negotiable with every single sale. The more you know, the better prepared you are in your real estate transaction. I hope that's helpful.